We do know from documents at the National Archives that there were lots of sightings by aircrew during the Second World War, and they became known as Foo Fighters because this was the period before anyone had thought of flying saucers and UFOs. And during the war, lots of Lancaster bomber crews, for instance, came back and reported having been followed by what they described as balls of fire that apparently manoeuvred and followed their aircraft. Didn't actually create any hostile incidents, but very, very frightened and very, very puzzled by what these things were. The Air Ministry suspected that perhaps these were German secret weapons, because we knew that the Germans were building the V1, the V2 rocket. They were also testing the Me-262 jet fighter, the first jet fighter in active service. So they really suspected that perhaps these were German secret weapons. The end of the war, captured German pilots were interviewed, and they said that they'd seen very similar things and thought they were British secret weapons. So what was going on? And also, it's not surprising that if something like this had been reported to the War Cabinet and been discussed by Churchill, it may well have been kept secret because, for example, when the first V2 rocket landed in London, created a huge crater, killed lots of people, the War Office press release that went out was that it was a gas explosion because they didn't want to panic people at the time. So everything at that time, particularly if they suspected it was a German weapon, would have been kept secret. So I don't think Churchill would have deliberately done that. You know, and I don't think it would have been kept secret for 50 years, but it's quite possible that there is a grain of truth in this story.